Hello everyone, this is Disturbing Puppet. Welcome back to some more Warhammer 40,000 Gladius Relics of War. We're going to be continuing today with my Imperial Guard campaign. Emperor demands sacrifices and the Imperial Guard is here to provide. So this is my capital. We're green on the maps. We've explored a bit. We're still fairly early in the game, 78 turns. I feel like I'm going really slow on what I'm doing. We're way behind on research, I feel like. But we've been doing okay. We've actually wiped out the orcs. Orcs were over here to the east. We've now started a city over here, primarily because there's a lot of good ore resources here. So we've got some 40% ore. My capital has really no ore production at all. So we've kind of been doing a lot of food. You kind of see up here, we're now getting a bit more ore coming in. Energy is now in the positives. Research is kind of pitiful. Influence is okay. We don't actually have any heroes or anything, so they're not using any influence. We wiped out the orcs. We expanded on, did a little exploring. Out here, we found a bunch of Castellan robots hanging out up here, so we kind of like, yeah, never mind. We noped out of there. Explored a bit, came on down, and as we did, we ran into Space Marines. So I'm not super happy or keen on fighting a bunch of Space Marines, but we've already been doing a little bit. There's also a Castellan hanging out somewhere up here, but we've kind of been ignoring him. So we took out, I think, one Dreadnought, one Bike Squad. What else? I think there was something else we wiped out, but not a whole lot. So we haven't killed off a whole lot of Marines yet. I'm not sure if we're going to do that well against them. My only units that can do decent damage to them really are my Heavy Weapon Squad. Sentinels can do okay. The Hydras that I have are not really doing much, and they've been kind of banged up, so they're back here repairing. So we've got kind of a big, good firing line. I've got good range with the Heavy Weapon Squad, so I'm kind of using that to my advantage, trying to just hammer them as much as possible and destroying stuff from range. We do have this here, which is a mobile holo projector, so whoever controls this has additional health for all their units. So this is something I would definitely like to capture and take from the Space Marines if possible. Research, we're working on a Basilisk. What I kind of need to do is focus on my cities and get my cities up and running so I can start getting more advanced units out and get more research going. Just quickly check and make sure everything looks like it's working. That looks okay. Alright, hopefully everything's fine. If there is anything weird, definitely put a comment. I've got it up on my phone next to me. So we got Basilisks in 8 turns. Research-wise, I'd like to get to the Leman Russ tanks. Unfortunately, I've got to do at least one more in this tier before I can research anything in the next, and this will take a really long time. I'm not getting enough research to kind of get through this quickly, so I'm kind of focusing on military stuff, especially since we're running into Space Marines, and what's left are Space Marines and Necrons to fight, neither of which I think the Guard are going to be that great at dealing with until I can get a lot of artillery and armored units. So I've already done my unit movement for the turn. You kind of see what we did. Basically, we hammered the Scout Bikers here a little bit, did some damage. We did a tiny bit of damage to the Captain, who's now probably just going to totally wreck up some Guardsmen. He may come over and trash my Sentinels. Hopefully not. Hopefully they can survive the turn. He's kind of brought some stuff out and then pulled things back a few times. I'm not sure, based on the placement, since I've seen Marines out here, if they started in this section of the map or if they started over here. The Necrons should be around somewhere, but I haven't seen them at all. So it makes me wonder which direction the Marines originally came from and what's going on with the Necrons. It could be I'm only seeing a part of the Space Marine force because they are fighting Necrons. So let's continue and see what horrible stuff happens. And taking shots at my Sentinels. Kind of pulling back a bit. Okay, I can deal with that. Just kind of quickly look and see if I can spot anything else around. Oh, there's the Castellan just kind of marching over towards my Jakiro Trader outpost. Population in my second city increased. Right now we're working on ore. What are we doing in my capital? So we are working on Heavy Weapon Squad. We'll have another Ore Extractor in a turn. It'll probably be focusing primarily on energy and unit production here, while the other city will focus on ore. I don't have enough resources for the Engine Seers if I wanted to make more. Don't really have any resources for any other vehicles, so all we can really do is occasionally pump out a Heavy Weapon Squad right now, so we really have to ramp up that ore production. It also means for construction I'm going to have to start working on some more stuff because we are almost at max population. So we're going to need to up that a bit. fairly soon also, but that's Hab Block, which I think is 50 ore just to build that, just to increase my population by 6. Loyalty is also getting bad as my population increases. Having a separate city, that decreases my loyalty overall. That decreases production, so that's a problem as well. I don't have a good way to address that at the moment because we're kind of focusing on military research as opposed to anything that's going to help buildings that will increase my loyalty. Okay, what do we want to do? You are back to full health. I don't see anything around in this general direction. I'm kind of using my regular guard guys to scout a little bit. These guys are a bit banged up. The Castellan, I think, shot them up when they were kind of retreating back, so now he's out that way. Let's just have them hold tight and do some repairs. Let's have you guys just kind of creep forward and see if we spot anything. Let's do the same. So this unit's banged up, we want to heal them up. This unit's also banged up, so we're going to pull them back out of the front line so they can heal up. And we've got some weakened slavers here that just kind of suddenly showed up. Might as well finish them off as well. Got some guard units here that really aren't doing anything, so these two are kind of a good option for that. Let's send them in to shoot from range. Now we got crude hounds as well. That's kind of bad. I do have frag grenades ready, so let's take them out. Give us some experience at least, if nothing else. And they just leveled up. Cool. Is there a height difference there? It's a little hard to see some of the height differences depending on the angle you're looking at the map from. Yeah, let's see if we can just get up and just wipe these guys out. Oh, that's blue. That's Necron. So we can shoot and do 7. Frag grenades are also 7. Crack grenades would kill them. They must have armor then. Let's go ahead and use it just to kill them off. Don't want to mess around with them hanging out and maybe taking over a unit. So if we've seen blue this way, that means the Necrons must be out here. So the Marines must have started from the southwest. Or the Necrons could just be way out somewhere in just kind of weird position, and they might both be fairly close to one another. That has me a little concerned. They're probably just sending out scouts and grabbing stuff that they can. But that's a little concerning. At this Fortress of Redemption here, I think it's got a 3 range. Yeah, it's the same as my heavy weapon squads. Maybe we'll try to hammer the captain here a little bit, just to do some damage. Don't have a scout available ability yet. Just kind of run out, see what we see. Well, there's some ore I'd like to grab as well. Do a tiny bit of damage. So I would assume they must be fighting one another already, at least to some extent. I could be very wrong. That is always a possibility. Just see what we can do as far as getting anything in range. Take shots at the captain here. Not doing a lot of damage. We might have Necrons show up, so let's move some guys out, just in case they want to come from that direction. If I move up, I can get shot by the fortress, kind of on this line. So I might want to just stay back. Just hammer the captain from range. Just kind of keep doing the same thing. Tiny, tiny amounts of damage. Can't see anything from here, but we'll have an Overwatch shot if something shows up. Don't really want to move up and be in range of getting shot here. So let's kind of reinforce over here in case something shows up. We might get an Overwatch shot. Depends on, we've got this desert here, should be clear to see through. There's a height difference here that might mess with my line of sight a little bit. I did see some Space Marine stuff this direction as well. So maybe we'll just kind of check out that way in case something shows up, we'll get a shot at it. Here I'm just going to hang out next to my Hydra that's repairing in case something shows up. Discovered an ore field, special feature that increases ore or requisition output of the city when acquired. Few places on an inhabited world still have mineral-rich rocks simply lying around on the surface, yet here the rupture of the warp storm has torn great chunks from the planet's surface, allowing for easy exploitation of whatever faction finds it first. So I would really like that. The Necrons would like it because they use ore instead of food, essentially. For the Space Marines, it's requisition points, I think, which is kind of their equivalent of food. Unfortunately, that is it for what I can do. So the captain is now at 4 health out of 10. Even with all that shooting, just not doing much to him at all. So we'll see what shows up here. I've got a nice ridge here, so this is kind of separate. It makes me wonder if maybe we'll have to go around to get there. I'm hoping we don't get flanked here by a whole bunch of Necrons suddenly showing up. Got a whole bunch of Crude Hounds suddenly showing up. Well, they survived, just barely. Oh, that's not good. Crude Hounds attack Guardsmen. You discovered Predator, main battle tank. See, this is kind of why I feel like I'm behind. Like, the Space Marines have more tanks than I do. A swift and brutal fighting vehicle, the Predator provides Space Marine chapters with prodigious amounts of fire support. The battle tank's heavy bolters and autocannon are the bane of infantry and light vehicles, while the Annihilator variant's las cannons spell doom to any armored enemy. So it's got twin-link las cannons with a range of 3. That's not great. It's got 8 armor, 36 health, so it's fairly tough. Its positioning is also bad because of the ruins here. I can't get a lot of line-of-sight, long-range shots in on it. These Crude Hounds are a bit of a problem, but we should be able to deal with it. To save my unit there that don't get slaughtered. Move some more guys in. See if we can just finish them off. Frag grenades. Good job, Guardsmen. You guys still have frag grenades. Can't quite kill them off. Not going to have line of sight from anywhere, probably because of the ruins. Even attacking there, we probably wouldn't kill them. Let's go ahead and use our med packs, heal up the unit. Take our action, so we can't shoot now, but should keep us from getting killed. You guys are healing. You guys need to heal. Not liking this a whole lot. Positioning's kind of bad for the Predator here, unfortunately. I do have some shots. If I move forward to get more shots off, then I'm going to be in range getting hit back by the fortress here. Predator attacked my heavy weapons squad, did a little bit of damage. We made ore extractor up here. Alright, units, units, units. So even here I'm getting shot at. by the fortress. So Necrons might be off to the right somewhere. Well, you guys have some shots, so we might as well see. It's not terrible damage. Might as well take the shots we have. I thought they'd be able to see as well. That's unfortunate. So you guys are healing, but we've got the Castellan kind of creeping forward. So let's move up in case the Castellan comes forward. Let's move it ahead a bit. Could take some shots at range of the Castellan. Just going to position ourselves so if he comes forward we can get some Overwatch shots on him. Even here we can get shot at by the fortress, which isn't ideal. I don't really have good positioning, unfortunately. I can put these guys in a position here to take some shots at the captain. I'm a little concerned some Necron stuff might just kind of suddenly show up. From the right here, though. We might as well keep hitting him a little bit. He healed a little bit. He was at 4 health last time, and now he's at 5. Just going to kind of have a firing line of heavy weapon guys here on Overwatch. We might just kind of cycle through some heavy weapon teams and see what the Predator does. So we'll leave them on Overwatch. Let's shift some more regular guardsmen over in case something else shows up. I'll leave them there. You guys can stay put. For now, I'm going to leave them there. So what are our options now? We can actually build some stuff. We're getting close to our max population, though. So Hab Block I can't even build yet because it's 50 resources for the ore. It's 30 for more tech priests if I wanted to do that, because they would help me repair vehicles. Power is probably something I should worry about as well. Yeah, for now, let's just do a little bit of power, have that coming in. Kind of limits all my other options now. What's my other city doing? Still working on ore. 2 turns for ore. Once the ore gets going here, I think that's going to help a lot. So let's keep an eye down this way and see what the Predator does. That's not really what I care about. Showing me the Castellan. And we found the Necrons. Necrons, here on an Imperial world, who knows how long they've been sleeping beneath the surface, making their inscrutable plans. Your only hope is to overcome them before they wake their sleeping millions and they make this planet theirs once again. So discovered Lord, iconic hero unit with versatile abilities. These Lords of the Necrons, though lesser in stature and power than an Overlord or Pharaon, are nonetheless formidable foes in their own right, and often march to war at the head of a vast mechanical army. Independent of their monarchs, Lords are cunning leaders and pitiless commanders, focused upon the destruction of their foes for their own personal glory. Mostly kind of close-range weapons. They do have an ability that lets them summon some guys, which is a bit of a problem. So if that happens, that's not good. We made some more heavy weapon guys. So let's start moving them out. Alright, what happened? Predator took off. Captain took off. Okay. Interesting. Since I've already been killing Space Marine units, if the Space Marines are coming from the southwest, I should probably go that way and focus on them first, since I've already done a little bit of damage to them. At least that's my initial thought. Necrons are really dangerous, though, in the long run. So you're at full health, you're still repairing. It's taken forever. You guys are healing up as well. What kind of damage can we do? Almost nothing to the Lord, actually. It's kind of almost pointless to take shots from range. We need something kind of heavier than las weapons to take him on. So let's just pull you guys out so we can heal you up eventually. Let's just kind of pull back with everybody a bit. If he wants to come after us, then we'll deal with him. But for right now, I'm not super concerned. We might reposition some other forces that way just to kind of check on things. I think, yeah, we've got a scout ability available here. I'm a bit more interested in grabbing this mobile holoprojector short term. We've got a Shard of Vol here I wouldn't mind taking as well. Let's do a scout, see if we see anything else. Predator's hiding behind the fortress, so we might as well start shooting at the fortress. Got land speeders out here as well. We could do some decent damage too. Just wreck them up a little bit. Put some more. Oh, that's not who I thought I was controlling. Thought I was controlling these guys. That's something this game definitely needs, is kind of an undo button for those kind of things. It doesn't happen too often, but every once in a while. Fortunately, that's a little chromy, but it's not too bad. In case the Necron comes out, we can get some shots off, so it's not a horrible waste or anything. I'm going to try to position to keep these guys protected a little bit. So we'll move up and start taking some shots at the fortress. See if we spot anything else. Thinking of just leaving these two here in Overwatch in case the Predator comes forward again. He may not move close enough that I would get a shot at it, but it's certainly possible. So at least for now, I think we'll leave those two on Overwatch. You guys are healing, you guys are healing. You are still healing. Curious if I'd have line of sight here in a couple spots. Tempting. if I'm not going to try to kill it, there isn't much point necessarily. They're healing up still. Just kind of positioning in case it comes down. We can get some Overwatch shots. Maybe we'll see what happens. Keep moving the heavy weapon squad down. We can try to hit him from multiple directions at the same time. That's about it, unfortunately. Just a little bit of damage to the fortress. A little bit of damage to the land speeders. If they don't take off, we can probably kill them off. Should we go ahead and make some more heavy weapon guys? Probably. I feel like I need more troops. It's only 15 ore. We're getting more than that now. Yeah, it's going to take a while to build some buildings. We've got more ore coming, so let's go ahead and start working on one. Once we finish the ore over here, next turn, that'll give us a lot more ore coming in. So let's see what happens. He's trying to repair. No, he's taking shots. Hammering my poor sentinels. And land speeders are out of here. What did the Lord do? He took off. Okay, you guys just go ahead and start healing up. Don't see where the Castellan robot up here went. Did make some ore. Yeah, I've got 31 coming in now. We're just going to keep pumping out ore production up here. Let's go for the Predator. If I don't move, I do more damage, so especially any units that can avoid moving and shooting will do that. You take off. Heavy weapon guys I moved up. Let's bring them down. I didn't intend to do that in the first place. You guys just hang out and heal. Guess we'll just inch forward and take some shots. We'll eventually do more damage, take out the fortress eventually. Massed missile fire. Kind of a ridge here. Yeah, let's leave them now in case anything Necron-y wants to come my direction. Same here. Guys are healing. Let's see if we can find the Castellan robot. Just kind of inch forward here a little bit. Nothing. Okay. Well, if he shows up, we'll get some Overwatch shots. Seen a lot of yellow down here. And the Predator's taken off. Surprising. No Necrons showing up. Don't see the Castellan robot either. Sit here. Nothing. Huh. Must have gone this direction somewhere. Alright, let's wreck up a fortress. They kind of alternate so we have some potential Overwatch shots if we want to lead everyone where they're at. Let's start working on repairing. All my sentinels are kind of banged up, so I don't really have a good scouting force to send forward here to kind of check things. Let's just kind of inch ahead. Fine, trade some shots. It's odd that he's retreating this direction if the Space Marines are coming from the other way. So maybe we have Necrons and Space Marines kind of both out in this area. Kind of strange, but possible. Guess we'll take some shots since we can. Kind of afraid we're going to have a bunch of stuff just kind of suddenly show up and start hammering me. I can continue chasing down the Predator, so let's do it. You guys can stay put in case something shows up. Same here, we're kind of keeping an eye out for Necrons showing up this direction. Well, we're finally back to full health up here with the other Hydra. Let's go ahead and move them up to support the other unit. Have these guys stay put, so they'll do more damage. What are we working on? What can we do? We could go ahead and start working on another Mechanicus guy. 30 ore, though, is kind of unfortunate. I'm going to need to get hab blocks going here very soon. So that's going to require 50. Working on the energy. Upkeep is energy for the tech priests. Yeah, I'd also like to get the Shrine of the Aquila here so I could actually start making hero characters. That would also be nice. Also would increase my loyalty a little bit. That's 50. I'm going to hold off here because we want to start working on other stuff. Get better once we get more ore going here. So for now, we'll skip. Let's just keep an eye down here and see what happens. Kind of expecting him to just keep retreating. Oh, there's the Castellan. We should get some Overwatch shots here. Not a lot of damage, but some. Just looking to see what we can see. Definitely want to grab that mobile holo projector. If they're going to retreat that way, I will just grab all this stuff. I'm totally happy with that. I'd like to wipe the units out if possible, but I'm not really making that possible. Thank you very much. Extra health for me. Grab this. Don't want to spread out too much if I can avoid it. Hey, we actually spotted some regular Marines for the first time. Tactical Space Marines. Versatile infantry units. Where an objective must be seized, tactical squads attack in a storm of gunfire and combat blades. Where the line must be held, these courageous warriors plant their feet, raise their weapons, and fight to the last. Armed with bolt guns and grenades, tactical squads are superbly versatile strategic assets. I don't know where tactical came from in there. They're a bit more dangerous to me, probably. My head weapon squads aren't a lot of guys, they don't have a lot of armor or anything like that, so they potentially could be an easy target. I'm not going to get in range of the Predator, wherever it went. Not seeing any Necrons showing up, so I'm kind of inclined now to sort of ignore. I'd like to keep an eye in case more stuff suddenly wants to show up. Get by my line, start heading up and grabbing stuff behind the lines, but it's not something I think I have to worry about quite yet, it seems like. Necrons long-term are super dangerous, though. So for now, let's just pull back a little bit. You guys can stay there. Let's see what kind of damage we can do to the robot. I think we've got a shot from the other side as well. Oh, not quite in range. These guys aren't really going to do any good now. If I can get them close, I could use my crack grenades, but for right now, they're kind of useless. I'll just move them up just in case we want to go in for crack grenades next time. So maybe population increase, population increase. So next turn we'll have energy, so we'll worry about other stuff after that. Working on the squad, you guys will have 2 turns for the ore, so that's fine. So for now we'll skip. Let's see what the Marines do. Oh, now we've got Necrons showing up. Destroyers, not great. Lord, not great. Lots of stuff coming. Well, this is very bad. Discovered heavy destroyers, powerful anti-armor infantry unit. Armed with oversized Gauss cannons, heavy destroyers send blazing energy blasts searing across the battlefield. These heavily armed adherents of the destroyer cults glide across scorched earth, scanning for victims, flickering lights of their weapons' energy cores echoing the cold hatred in their optics. When heavy destroyer's targeting lens focuses upon an enemy, the battlefield recedes in its mind until only hunter and prey remain. The compulsion to kill drowning out everything else. Yeah, wonderful. And we made some power up here. We have... The heck did this guy come from? Got a dreadnought running around out here. Yeah, they must have their city down to the southwest, so other forces are coming up this way. Kind of been forcing them to retreat this direction, must be because of terrain issues or something. Not a huge fan of the Necrons showing up in force here. Don't like the Dreadnought there either, particularly. But who does? Well, let's see. stay at range. We'll try to finish off the Castellan here, I think, instead of going after the Dreadnought with these guys. Must have shot my Hydra because it's damaged now. Okay, Castellan's finally dead. Don't have to worry about that anymore. You guys check the forest. Probably going to just kind of ignore the Dreadnought and we'll kind of deal with everything else here. The priority here really to hold is the mobile holoprojector. I don't really care too much about anything else. Let's grab the Ruins of All, see if we can see anything else. There's stuff here that hasn't even been taken yet, which is a little surprising. Not going to advance out here any further. Just going to move up centrally in case we need these guys next turn. Maybe do the same here. Keep them here to keep an eye on stuff, take shots at range. Not a big fan of any of this over here. Got 11 armor, 9 armor. Did like 1 point of damage to that guy, 1 point of damage here to this guy. See what kind of damage the Sentinels can get on him. Very little. Something else trying to sneak up on us. You know, we could throw a whole bunch of guard at the Lord here, but I'm not sure it's going to do much good. Do have grenades available, so we can kind of check and see what kind of damage we can get, just out of curiosity. So shooting a hole 0.5. Crack grenades will get me 1, frag grenade 0.5. So yeah, I guess we'd go crack grenade. So anybody with a crack grenade free will throw at it. You guys got shot up a bit already. Same here. We don't have crack grenades free. Shooting, we can actually do 1 point of damage. And a little bit of cover in the forest. Guess these guys are in a little bit better health, so we'll move them up. We'll also crack grenade the Lord. Point 2 is just pathetic. Do a little bit more damage here. All those guys just doing almost no damage at all. So let's leave them there. Alright, we'll have Basilisks ready next turn. Getting decent ore input now. I can build one more structure. We've got the population for it. Do I want to go ahead and do that first? Well, I'm going to need the Hab block eventually. Requires energy, of course. Shrine is 7, Hab block is 7. Doesn't make too much difference. I'd like to get some research going as well, if possible. Just so we have all the unit production, and it does affect my loyalty a little bit, let's go ahead and do the Shrine of the Aquila up here. One more turn, we'll have more ore out here. We are working on Heavy Weapons Squad. Let's go ahead and get a Tech Priest as well. It takes a long time. So now I'm a bit more concerned about the Necrons. I'm surprised they're pulling back here. Basilisk, long-range artillery tank unit. When the Imperial Guard go to war, they march to the thunderous support batteries of basilisks whose guns can flatten cities and end worlds. Instantly recognizable for the long looming barrels of its Earthshaker cannon, the basilisk boasts a prodigious range. So we do have heavy bolters for close range. The Earthshaker cannon has a range of up to 6, which is great. Requires no line of sight, but can't overwatch if they don't have line of sight. Large blast, increase accuracy and scales of damage with the group of the unit. Ordnance, increase armor penetration against vehicles and fortifications. That's awesome. I definitely want to get some of these as quick as possible. I'm not sure what kind of production capability I'm going to need to ramp up to get them. We did get more ore, so that's going to be helpful. We're going to grab another tile here because we don't have any other real options. I don't think. Oh, we've got one tile free here in the main part of the city. We're going to go for the 40 ore. That's our priority. So out here we are working on the Shrine of the Aquila. We'll have another heavy weapons squad. Tech priests. What do I need? 60 ore, 3 ore upkeep for basilisks. Well, we'll have that fairly soon since we're ramping up ore production. The Dreadnought disappeared, so that's kind of disconcerting. I'd like to grab this, but we've got a height difference here, so I'd have to go all the way around to grab it. So it's a little bit precarious position to end up in. I know the Predator and stuff took off that way. Do still have the heavy destroyers here, so maybe we'll go after them. Or at least take a bunch of shots at them. Let's just move up and see if we see anything. Guess we'll scout here. I know the Dreadnought was here somewhere. Huh. Guessing it would have pulled back. You guys come on down. Stay there and heal. You also stay and heal. Infantry can check out, see what they see. Hydra can move up to assist. Got a lot of guys a little bit banged up here. These guys are more health. I'll move them up. I didn't go very far. Used all my crack grenades. Oh, you've got crack grenades free. You're a little bit hurt, but let's send him in just to crack grenade this guy. It's kind of delayed a little bit. They just retreated just a tiny bit. Just trying to break line of sight. Oh, that's like nothing. 0.3 damage. 0.3. Must be because of the intervening terrain. I guess I can see through the trade encampment. Just massive amount of guard firepower doing almost nothing to this guy. Definitely like to kill him if I can. You guys, stay put, just keep shooting. Some kind of damage. Yeah, that's not bad for having moved and fired. So you're healing, that's okay for now. You guys, will leave you there. Like I said, mainly I want to hold on to this holo projector if at all possible. So leaving those guys on Overwatch just in case. City's kind of set, I think. I'm going to hold off building anything until I can actually build a Basilisk. I'd like to build as many Basilisks as possible. I'm going to need Hab blocks next after I build the Shrine of the Aquila here. Hopefully by then we'll have the ore we need to start pumping out more stuff. 2 more turns for the tile. Alright, research-wise, we'll grab something here so that we can next try to go for the Leman Russ battle tank. Increased healing rate of ground vehicles, probably good. Building produces Psychers as well as generates energy and influence. Extra infantry armor, that's probably okay. It depends on how much of an increase it is. If it's just 1 or 2 points, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Increasing growth rate of the city, that's not super awesome. I don't have a lot of vehicles, but I'm planning on pumping more out soon. I already have a lot of infantry, so that's probably more of an initial benefit. So let's go with that, I guess. It's kind of really tempted to go for the recovery gear instead, but that may be after we get the Leman Russ. We'll start backtracking with research. Okay, now we've got more of an issue with the Necrons, which means most likely a bunch of Marines are going to show up. Lots of Necrons showing up. They're still alive, surprisingly. Alright, lots of things happen. Discovered Necron Warriors, basic infantry unit. Even with only a glimmer of consciousness to guide it, a Necron warrior is a fearsome and resilient foe. Armed with ancient energy weapons, they can scythe down their enemies with lethal volleys of Gauss Flare fire, while their unyielding metal bodies repair themselves should they sustain damage. Yeah, not great. Should not capture that. Heavy destroyers hit me, Necron warriors hit me, Necron warriors hit me. Hit the Tomb Blades for a little bit. Discovered Tomb Blades, fast reconnaissance unit. Operated by slave Necron warriors, but guided by super complex navigation programs. These contragravity craft move with a speed and agility no living pilot could hope to match. So these often kind of run around grabbing stuff behind the lines or where there's an opening. I got a couple units here that are just almost dead. Nothing else coming from this direction. Yeah, this is not a great position here. And the Lord took off as well. Alright, let's do a little bit of damage to the Dreadnought here since we can. They're healing, but I think instead we're just going to go ahead and move. Do some damage. Same here, these guys were healing, but let's move them up to take shots. Don't really want to put them in a bad position though. Guess we'll just put them as backup in case he moves forward. And we'll stay at range here for now. Doesn't do a whole lot, but don't really want to run into the gaping maws of a Dreadnought just to be torn to pieces. This is kind of bad over here. You guys need to get out of there. You guys need to get out of there. Fortunately, now I've lost sight. Let's just scout. See if we can at least wreck up something. Need to try to protect these guys so they don't get killed. And let's medpack them since we can. Got some kind of ineffective shots. Kind of trying to weaken him a little bit if we can. I'd like to kind of leave him on Overwatch if possible. Same here. So we'll leave them on Overwatch. Same with you. This guy's kind of watching this way, but I think we need to try to reinforce our other guys. Let's start moving some other heavy weapons out. You can stay there in Overwatch. What are you in? Rocks? Yeah, for now, stay there, I guess. Okay, more heavy weapons coming out. We'll start working on more heavy weapon guys. Oh, we can start working on a basilisk now, so we'll start doing that. I should probably build another manufactorum so we can speed things up once we've got more ore coming in. Right now, not too big of an issue. I'll have more ore next, or actually we'll grab another tile next turn, then we can start producing some more ore eventually. Fortunately, the Necrons heal all by themselves every turn. They're getting a little bit of Overwatch shots, not for a whole lot of damage. Okay. Do we see anything else? Well, we've got some Space Marine bike squads out here. The Dreadnought disappeared. Okay, you guys are expendable. How about you run out? Try to stay at maximum range and hit it. Yeah, the Marines have got to be down to the southwest here. Don't really want to move into range if I can avoid it. But if I can kill off the Dreadnought, I'd like to do that as well. Down to 9. Send the Sentinels in, they'll get shot up a little bit. Should be able to do some damage. Not quite enough to kill it. Close, but not quite enough. Well, we can see these guys, so we might as well shoot them. Just a little bit more firepower, I could finish them off. Alright, let's move them back so we've got something else we can do over here. Alright, who do we want to try to do something with? You guys need to run away so we can heal you up. Sooner or later, anyway. Got quite a few shots I can throw at these guys. Should have line of sight. So if I move up, I should have sight there. Now let's see if we can at least wipe out one of these warrior units. Let's start healing them up. Don't have sight here, it looks like. Oh, there I do, for some reason. Okay, I guess you guys will finish him off. A very, very minor victory. These guys got shot up pretty good. Let's go ahead and heal them. Medkits. These guys, same. Let's bring up some more heavy weapons. You guys kept moving down. Okay, grab the tiles. We need to start doing some more ore production here. 40%. Loyalty is still positive. I'd like to get another construction, the manufactorum, so I can make vehicles here as well eventually. Capital is quite busy. Yeah, after Shrine of the Aquila, we'll have to go with a Hab block if we have the resources for it. Hopefully with the delay we should have it by then. We're getting 39 ore returns, that's much better. Energy's not great. Food, we're set for quite a while, even if I start running negative. So let's keep an eye out here, see what the Necrons do. Don't really want to be fighting a war on two fronts here, but I don't really have a lot of choice right now. We've got a new vehicle showing up. We've discovered Hunter. Tank unit specializes in taking down skimmers and flying targets. From out of its massive turreted warhead chamber, the Hunter sends Sky Spear missiles thundering into the heavens, emitting a piercing scream as it tears across the firmament. Each of these sacred rounds seeks out the skyborn foes of the Emperor. Entombed in the heart of each missile, a servitor savant guides the ordnance to its foe. Even if the missile flies wide of its mark, the hardwired servant will set it, or savant will set it back on its course. Sky Spear missile launcher, get a range of 3, increased armor penetration, increased accuracy against flyers, shipbikes, and skimmers. It's fine, not going to affect me much. Got a couple of them suddenly showed up. Attacked my heavy weapon squad for a little bit. Attacked my sentinels for a bit. Trashed my scouts there. Population increasing. Alright, heavy weapon squad, move on out. Let's see what we can see. Oh, killed the Dreadnought. Yeah, the Marines have got to be to the southwest here. Kind of like to take on the Marines at this point more than the Necrons, just because I've actually seen what they've got and destroyed some of their units. Unfortunately, I'm kind of between the Marines and the Necrons, so that's not ideal. Got yet another fortress here is going to block my way forward. Oh, that's something we want. An ore field out there. You guys can stay put, I guess, for now. Well, actually, let's move them out towards, maybe we can use them to capture the ore field. They're not going to do much good against vehicles and stuff. So down here, Let's do some damage. I think they've got a range of 3 as well, don't they? Yeah. So we might as well move up, take some shots. Something there. Well, with the Necrons, maybe I'd keep them busy just throwing corpses at them. You see, the Necrons have now grabbed the ore here that the Marines once had control of. So it must have been that the Marines and them were fighting, and I kind of got in the middle of it. You guys, let's start healing up in position. Got these heavy destroyers. Can do fairly good damage against them, actually. I think we'll try to focus on one of the heavy destroyer units here and see if we can take them out. How about you guys? The Necrons, I want to wipe out the units, definitely. They heal naturally every turn, so if I don't destroy them, it's kind of a waste. They can just kind of back off and heal, and there's nothing much I can do about it. It's only 1.3, 1.3. Not fantastic. I do have a crack grenade here free. So if I move up, I can crack grenade them. Does mean they're open to get shot up a bit more, probably. I think it's the only way we're going to kill them off, though. Excellent. Let's move around. If I stay there, they'll just get shot by the heavy destroyers and take a lot of damage. The warriors aren't going to do nearly as much damage to them. They might reposition around, but if that's what they do, that's what they do. So we need to get him out so he can repair. Do 1.3. Frag does a little bit more, so I might as well do that. Apparently that is all I can do. Yeah, it's kind of crazy fighting a two-front war here, but I don't really have a lot of choice. If I go all after the Space Marines, the Necrons are just going to overrun this whole center area. I don't like fighting two forces at the same time, though. Or I could double down on the Necrons and see if I can make progress moving east. Seems like I'm having more success against the Marines, though. Well, I was. Now I've got a Vindicator. That's bad news. Alright, the plan was you guys grab the ore field. Nope, found the Space Marine city. It's very odd that the Space Marines never grabbed that ore there. Okay, the Space Marines can only have one city, so that is it. Yeah, maybe we'll just go for their city. You guys get the heck out of there. Need to hold on to that mobile holoprojector, though. Okay, moving. Fortunately, these guys are a little banged up too. Let's just creep forward, see if we see anything. There's that hunter. Discover the Space Marine City. Grants damage reduction, increased healing rate, and decreased movement costs for allied units. Grants range damage reduction to infantry units. Where the races have cities, Space Marines have their solitary fortress monastery, a bastion of their kind, part chapel, part armory, where new Adeptus Astartes are recruited and altered using age-old and pitiless techniques devised by the Emperor himself. Try to stay at max range here. Oh, we're gonna get shot here, aren't we? That's not ideal. Can't quite get in positions that I want. Let's see. Let's do what damage we can. Fortunately, this Vindicator's just going to wreck my guys. Try to stay at range and do what damage we can. And Necron's totally pulled back, which is a bit surprising. Let's start healing you up. Probably just kind of out here a little bit past in the ruins. Let's just move up a little bit. Let's move up a little bit. No, we found the Lord again. Heavy destroyers moving back. I don't have any line of sight through here because of the ruins, unfortunately. That's the problem with this position. Let's take a look. Let's go ahead and scout, see if we spot anything else. Let's be crazy and aggressive. 3.7. Yeah, finish him off with frag grenades is what I was hoping. It's at least something. No line of sight here, unfortunately. Let's try to move up in positions where we might have sight, at least in some directions. Okay, what are we doing up here? Going kind of slow now. And I'm not comfortable at all with how this is going, but we're holding on. You can see the Necrons are just healing like crazy. More stuff coming out. That's not good. A lot of Overwatch, though. Oh, that was a lot of damage. That sounded bad. No, just lost. Nope, they're still alive. Still alive, just barely. One health left. Fortress of Redemption attacked Hydra. Kroot Hounds attack Guardsmen, and Kroot Hounds showing up out of nowhere. Heavy Destroyers attack the Guardsmen. Tomb Blades attack the Guardsmen. Everything is attacking my Guardsmen. We've got some more ore out here, actually. I didn't notice. That's something we should probably try to grab. You guys are back to full health. Anything else show up? The captain came back. That doesn't exactly make me happy either. Okay, you guys heal. We'll take a shot at the captain. May leave them on Overwatch. We'll see what else we can see. Let's go crack grenades. Okay, Dreadnought's down. Good. Both my Hydras are trashed, though. So let's pull back a bit. Let's just pull back a little bit here. You guys, for now, heal up and where you're at. Yeah, don't really like this too much. I know that Hunter was around somewhere, probably took off to the left, back towards the Space Marine city. There's no line of sight. I do have line of sight from here. What can the heavy weapons guys see? Anything? I can't see anything, really. That is really crummy. Okay, just go grab that for me. Guys, pull back. I may just pull everybody back here if they want to come forward, and then I can light them up. It's the one little survivor. Medpack! It's kind of keeping me alive, just barely, using those medpacks. Yeah, let's just pull back bit here. If they want to come forward, then we can get some shots on them. Tempted to pull back as well, but being in the ruins here, I think offers me a little bit more protection than being out of the open. If I move back, there'll be less line of sight to me, though. So let's do that. You guys stay on Overwatch. Have the Shrine of the Aquila next turn, finally. More ore coming in next turn. Alright, let's see what the Necrons do primarily. And Marines coming up from the south, kind of interesting. Overwatch. Prefer the Overwatch hit the Tomb Blades rather than the Lord, because they're not going to do much to the Lord. There we go. Dead Tomb Blades. Croutons kind of followed them up. Croutons are kind of the least of my worries at this point. Let's see if we can finish them off. Okay, you guys are still healing. You guys, we're going to pull back further so you can heal up. Guess we'll leave you in position. So they retook that. I can't see now. Let's see if there's anything else coming my way there. You guys are healing. You start healing. You start healing. Did I make any more guys yet? Not yet. Next turn we'll have heavy weapons. Seems like it's taking forever to build units. Do I want to creep towards the capital? I don't have a whole lot of firepower I can throw at it. These guys are kind of banged up. Healing. For now, I'll probably leave them where they're at. Here, let's reposition a little bit in case they come around this way. So they'll stay in Overwatch. Let's do the same. Just kind of reposition a little bit, keeping guys in Overwatch. Here we're kind of setting a big Overwatch trap. Okay, produce the Shrine of the Aquila. They produced an ore extractor. So here the ore extractor is probably the higher priority, so I'll make sure we have the resources for that first. Okay, here we're maxed out for population, so we've got to do the Hab block next. So we'll throw that out there. Am I not producing something? Oh, Shrine of the Aquila. Gonna make a commissar now. You're a unit that provides bonuses to nearby allied units. Yeah, we might as well. I'd like to research the tank commander, because that'll be a little bit more in line with what I want to do. But for now, we'll start working on that. That's fine. We've got good ore coming in. Food is just barely positive, but we can always pump out some more food if we need to, and we've got a lot of spare. Loyalty is kind of crummy, so eventually we'll want to get the research that's going to help with that. I may go ahead and try to get out another Manufactorum here. Just so we can speed up vehicle production now that we've got more ore coming in and more possibly coming soon. So we want to kind of focus on being an armored unit, even though we're primarily a lot of infantry and stuff. We want to be kind of armor focused. Hopefully we can do some decent damage here before they get to me. Make sure we hold on to that mobile holo projector. A whole bunch more Overwatch shots. Heavy destroyers taking the brunt of it. Nearly killed off those heavy destroyers before they got to do anything. Down to 1 health. So I'm going to run them on down to finish these guys off. Before I do anything else, let's see if we spotted any other units. Didn't see the captain here, so that's good. Nothing came out this way. We made another unit. Just going to keep pumping out heavy weapon squads, if nothing else. Alright, you guys here. Let's just pound these tactical space marines to death. These guys are supposed to be healing. Supposed to be, anyway. Alright, you guys start healing up in the woods there. I've got shots, so might as well take them. Got frag grenades, see if they do more. Nope, it's the same as shooting. Guess I'm gonna have to take shots with them. I kind of wanted to heal these guys up if I could, but we'll take the shots. You guys need to heal. You guys are healing. These guys are a little banged up. I'm not super comfortable with them being in the position they're in. These guys are healing, but I'm going to try to bring them down to finish them off. Move them back and try to get them to heal a bit. I'd like to heal them as well, but I think I'm going to have to take the shot. I'm just afraid the captain's going to come out and maybe try to kill them in hand-to-hand combat. So let's move back a little bit so we can still shoot. less likely to get killed. Just kind of inch forward and see if we can see anything. Ow. That was a lot of damage. Might lose that sentinel now. Just as a distraction, I may want to just run in with these guys and attack. That's not great. You get shot by that fortress down there, unfortunately, in this position. So let's just leave them repairing. These guys are kind of screwed. Let's see if we can make a distraction. Got another fortress. It's just got these all over around the city, making this really difficult. So 1.9, frag grenades, 1.9. Yeah, I think my poor little sentinel here is pretty much toast. It's not going to be able to survive another shot. I can scout, so I guess I will. So the center of the city must be back here somewhere, so we're better off trying to filter in this way. Unfortunately, this wire weed's kind of in the way. Made another heavy weapon squad, we're already moving them out. We'll start working on another one. Nothing else really I can do here as of now. Working on that. It's saying I can order the unit. It's very odd. Oh, I've got a shot, that's why. Yeah, might as well. Alright, let's see what happens. We'll have more infantry armor next turn. That's not going to really help too much. Yep, Sentinel's dead. Oh, Triarch Praetorians showing up. Those are bad. Quite tough unit. He really wants that mobile holo projector back. Extra infantry armor. Increase armor of infantry. Most infantry in the 41st millennium are equipped with flak armor or its equivalent. If commanders want their troops to have more than a slight chance of survival, they'll equip them with something closer to the Astra Militarum armor class derived carapace armor. And these guys are not in good shape. So guardsmen got hit. Triarch Praetorians, elite jump infantry unit. Triarch Praetorians are the ancient lawkeepers of the Necron race, peerless warriors charged with the survival of the dynasties and the primacy of the ancient Necron tier codes. So they're down here. We're not seeing anything else. Did a lot of damage to the guardsmen. They're quite good at doing damage to infantry. The land speeders just wrecking my heavy weapons guys, unfortunately. Probably going to have to pull back from here. Or shift some stuff down just to hold on to this. Leave them there and do some damage. These guys need to get out of there. These guys are banged up. Keep trying to heal them up. Should have a bunch of heavy weapon shots. on the Praetorians, just a couple. A lot of these units are still kind of healing up. Do a little bit of damage there. You guys, that's not very much. 3.4 is not awesome. Could even be the Lord unit has an ability that lets him summon these guys for a few turns. So they might not even be a unit that he produced. They could just be an ability in action, essentially. Guys run away. You guys are healing. Let's just move up. It's odd that I can't see them now. That's kind of strange. Let's start moving something this way for the Marines. Try to keep hold of this holo projector. It's really unfortunate having lost the scout down here. It lets me see stuff so I can hammer it, do damage to it from range. Gotta get out here in the range of other stuff if I want to do some damage. Okay, let's start moving the Tech Priest out here as well. They can repair vehicles, so that's something we want to do. I can research an ability that'll build little fortresses with them too, which probably would be quite useful, especially with all the stuff I'm kind of running into. I'm kind of afraid to move these guys up to get shot up. If I move here, there could be stuff out here I haven't seen yet. Could hammer me. I'd like to do some more damage to this Vindicator if possible. And either way, 1.6. Kind of leaving them there as kind of a way to draw fire. Oh, you're not even healing, are you? You are. Alright. Let's be a little aggressive. Still can't see the center of the city. I guess that means they can't see me. Almost enough to destroy it, not quite. I could bring him out to maybe finish it off, but I'll get shot up a bit in the process. What's his health at? Down to 4. I don't think I'm going to be able to do 4 damage with him, so yeah, that's fine. You guys stay there, healing up. Okay, made the Tech Priests. Can I do anything else? Not really. Make more Tech Priests, that's about it. Yeah, for now I'm going to hold off. I don't really see much purpose in having them. I don't have some of the abilities that would make them more useful, so for right now that's fine. Got the armor, so we wanted to go for the Leman Russ. After that we'll worry about other stuff. So I'm mainly concerned down here with these guys. We got another Dreadnought showing up. A couple weak units here might get trashed. Very unfortunate. No Necrons showing up. Let's just see if we can see anything. Let's scout before we take any shots. Yeah, the captain's hiding. Gotta keep control of this mobile holo projector. So the Vindicator took off. We've got the Dreadnought here we've got to deal with. Let's move you guys out quite slowly. Alright, land speeders captured that. Heavy Weapon Squad did some damage to the land speeders. Dreadnought attacked my Hydra for 5 damage. You guys are super banged up. Let's get you as far away as we can. I don't really want to pull heavy weapon guys off of here, but I don't have a whole lot of choice. You guys are back to full health. Let's just move up and see if we scout, if we can spot anything. Okay, I'm not going to have any shots there, probably. You guys are healing. You guys are healing. You guys should be healing. I don't know why you're not. You guys should be healing. I'm actually going to hold off shooting, hoping we'll take a shot at something else if we get Overwatch there. You guys are banged up as well. Let's go ahead and just have you heal in situ. And you guys can stay there for Overwatch shots. Not super comfortable with how this is going, but I don't have much choice. See how much damage we can do to the Dreadnought. We want to kind of shuffle this way anyway. All this wire weed is really causing a problem. I don't have line of sight from here. That's kind of odd. Is there a height difference? Doesn't look like it. Because the wire weed blocks line of sight like a forest. Do okay damage here. It's a little dangerous to leave them there, but for now we'll do that. Let's just go in a little bit. No, that's the center of the city. Guys, heal up. pull you out as soon as we can. So it might be hard to get line of sight because of how big the city is. I do have line of sight from here, but that probably means he can shoot me as well from that spot. So that's a bit of a problem. Don't know why I don't have line of sight from there, but we'll keep that. Discovered the Great Hall, headquarters unit that represents the city's defenses. Every fortress monastery contains myriad halls large enough to house several armies, but most have a Great Hall, centerpiece of a chapter's home. Trophies, relics, and even its most revered spacecraft may be housed within the Great Hall. If the sight of the Great Hall does not reduce a visitor to dumbfounded silence, then it has failed in its purpose. Las cannon and a bunch of bolt guns, so it's going to be pretty good against infantry. I don't really have anything else I can do. One of the Tech Priest isn't going to do much good. I will have my first Earthshaker in a turn. We're building up ore, so that's positive. So for now, that's fine. You guys have another ore extractor in a turn. Just going to wreck my Imperial Guard here. I'd rather have the captain attack my sentinels than my heavy weapon squad, so that worked out okay. Guardsman took a little bit of damage. Captain took a tiny bit of damage. Alright, see anything? Yeah, I'm just kind of leaving, hoping the Necron don't come my way. At least for now. I've got no line of sight onto the city from here. I do from there. Even up here, I've got line of sight, so that's good. Okay. Just going to put myself in a position where I'm going to have some shots. Hopefully setting up the ability to do some damage one way or another. Keep moving you guys down as quick as possible. Nope, we've got a Basilisk. It's going to be kind of slow going through the forest here, though, unfortunately. Be a little crazy here. Okay, not getting shot by anything. Might as well take the shot. So next turn we'll try to move them up and away as maximum range. What do I want to do with you? Bolters are range 2. So if I get closer, it's going to do more damage to me, so I don't want to move any closer. From range, I can do a tiny bit of damage. Guess I'm just an additional distraction. I do have line of sight from here. Nope, found the Dreadnought. But at least that'll block the Dreadnought being able to get to my other units. Can't really get line of sight anywhere. I can't tell if I can move there or not. Okay, it looks like I'd have to take next turn to do that. Yeah, just move there for now. Everybody here is getting trashed. You need to heal up. Let's just see if we see anything. Guess we'll just hammer the captain. Let's take back that. Yeah, just keep shooting the captain. Healing. You can stay there in Overwatch as well. Okay, made a Basilisk. Population increased. Ore Extractor's done. What are we at? 5 acquired population. Let's go ahead and grab another tile. So grab the other 40. What we'll probably want to do is maybe make, well, if I'm going to increase my population, we'll throw the hab block here, and then we'll just focus on ore there. Here we've got enough for another basilisk, so we'll do that. Hab blocks coming. We're not going to work on another tech priest quite yet. Okay. I hear stuff moving. I don't like it. Another predator showing up. Alright, we've got land speeders coming back, we've got scout bikers, captain took off, we've got another predator here. Great Hall attacked my Hydra, did some damage. Dreadnought attacked guardsmen. Predator attacked scout sentinels. Land speeder attacked scout sentinels. Yeah. Yeah, we're running into marines everywhere. It's kind of crazy. Fight the Necrons! Leave me alone. What are you doing? Captain could still be right here in the woods, I just can't see him. This is a bit more of a problem in that I can't really hit the city that much unless I want to get butchered in response. So let's pull you back. That's not ideal. Guess we'll shoot them up. Slow going through the woods here. For time, what I'm probably going to do is just finish up the unit actions for this turn, and then we'll go ahead and call it a day. What I probably should do is just pull back here, take some shots at range, see if I can take out the Dreadnought, maybe. Don't have line of sight. Don't have line of sight anywhere to the Dreadnought. That's kind of weird. Recruit Hounds. That's really bad being in the forest here like this. They can really kind of wreck me up. There, I can still see. Oh, I actually lost line of sight now. Okay, now we can see. We'll take a shot. .3. What kind of damage can I do with grenades? It's actually better. Yeah, let's go ahead and crack grenade the Predator. And you are going to pull out. And then we'll take some shots at the Recruit Hounds. Kind of in trouble up here. The Recruit Hounds might just wipe these guys out because they're in the forest and they get free attacks. So that's a bit of a problem. What I should do is just shovel everything through this way and then come down at the city. Let's go ahead and just start moving instead of healing up. Got no Necron movement. So you're back to full health, so let's keep moving. Let's wreck some land speeders. Not ideal. It's your range 3, yeah. None of this is fantastic, that's for sure. Guys, healing up, healing up, healing up. You're healing up, but you're back to full health. Let's move you out. You're healing, you're kind of blocking just in case. We moved you, so that's fine. Stay put. I don't really want to stay here, but I'm going to. Just to kind of help hold on to this. City, only thing I really make would be more tech priests, so that's not a huge deal. This Basilisk super slow. Yeah, I'd like to play some more, but I've kind of running out of time here for today, so one more turn to the tile. Doing okay. Actually, I really think I should refocus more on just sending everything at the Marines, because I am in a position where I can do some long-range shots into their city. They are kind of fighting me multiple positions. I don't want to lose the mobile holo projector. The Necrons aren't being that aggressive, surprisingly. But they could just have like a massive blue tide could just come swarming out of here. So let's just pull out, I think. What we'll plan on doing is holding onto this and sending what we can at the city. Once we get the Basilisk in position, we should be able to hammer it from range. Even if it takes a while, we can try to whittle it down. At least that's my thinking at the moment. As things change, we'll kind of adjust our plans and go from there. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. If you're interested in earlier parts of the stream, the stuff from this campaign are up. My previous campaign is the Orcs, and the one before that is the Necrons, are all up on my YouTube channel, which is Disturbing Puppet, which is one word. So if you're interested, please check that out there, along with other streams of other games, including Games Workshop games and other stuff I've played. So for today, that's going to be it. Before I stop, I am going to save, just in case something crazy happens. All right, yeah, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully I will see you next time, and have a good one.